The next section sounds like this. So we start off on a D, into an F, into a G, like this. Then back to a D, back to the F again. And once you go back to the G this time, then add a slight bend on the B flat. So again, that will sound like this. And then, well, it's a very slight bend, very slightly, you know, so you don't want to bend it too much, otherwise it will sound a little bit out of key. But then proceed to a bigger bend here on the C. Then, whilst holding the bend, pluck it whilst you bring it down. We then move to a B flat, and then to a C, which we bend like this. And in context, that'll sound like this. So after bending the C, you then want to release it. Then play a B flat. So when bending the C, slowly it sounds like this. Slowly it sounds like this. And it starts off with the C bend, then another one, into a B flat, then back to the C, and finally resolving on the G. This is followed by this section. We start off from moving from a G to a B flat, then bending from the F, then back to the G, into the C, just again slowly. Now this is probably the most awkward part of the solo, as this kind of starts on different beats each time you play it. So I'll play the whole thing slowly again. So for this part, you then want, after playing the C, you then go repeat yourself back to the B flat, then to the G, and the pattern again sounds like this. Yeah, it's another really cool bluesy lick. But you only play that lick twice, and on the third time, you once you go back to the C, you then do this build up. So that's the C, then to a D, then to an E flat, then to an F, then finally bending on the G. And finally bending to a G. So slowly. We then move on with this lick. And this starts off with several bends on the E string, bending from an F to a G. And the first one you want to sort of stretch the bend out a bit, so you don't want to bend to the note immediately, if that makes sense. So that'll be like this. As you can hear there, it's not quite a straightforward bend right up to the G. But you then repeat this, and end on the F, then another bend, and bend up again, then go to a D, and then bend from a C to a D. So again slowly. Then back down to the pattern 1, G minor pentatonic. So this lick starts off with a bend from a C, very slight bend, don't want to bend it too much. Then a short hit on the F. Then like the bend just now, we want to bend it, but then we want to release it back down to the C, like this. Then back to the B flat, then to the G, then to a C again, back to the B flat, then finally resolving on the G. So slowly, that sounds like this. We then move back down to the 12th fret on the G string. And when you play this, you want to slide into it, like this. Then play a C note, then to a B flat, back to the C again. Then once you do the C, you then want to bend it up to a G, like this. Now on the recording, he actually switches pickup here whilst holding this bend. And so that'll be switching from the bridge, switching from the neck to the bridge, which is quite a common thing that Ritchie Blackmore did. And that'll sound like this. So then once you've switched pickup, you then want to hold this bend and release it very gradually while still picking, like this. It's only really towards the end that you want to bend it back down. And an important thing to remember is to really dig in on this bend as it's the end of the solo and make it sound big. And then we finally end it with another slow bend from a F note to a G on the G string. So that whole thing slowly. So the whole thing slowly. Okay, so that concludes my lesson on Smoke on the Water. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time.